Once, in a peaceful village nestled near the mountains, there lived a wise old monk known for his calm and serenity. People came from far and wide to seek his advice, hoping to find peace in their own troubled lives. One day, a young man, filled with rage and resentment, stormed into the monastery. He had been wronged by someone he trusted, and he couldn't bear the pain and betrayal. With clenched fists and a trembling voice, he approached the monk and shouted, "How can you stay so calm all the time? Don't you ever get angry? Don't you feel pain? Teach me how to control my emotions, because I feel like they're going to destroy me." The monk smiled gently and asked the young man to follow him to the river nearby. They walked in silence until they reached the water's edge. The monk picked up a handful of sand and dropped it into a glass of clean water he had brought. Then he handed the glass to the young man and said, "Drink this." The young man took a sip and immediately spat it out. "It tastes bitter," he exclaimed. The monk nodded. Then he took another handful of sand and threw it into the river. The sand disappeared into the vast flow. He turned to the young man and said, "Now drink from the river." The young man knelt down and drank. The water was cool and refreshing. "Do you see," the monk said, "the emotions you feel, anger, pain, sadness, are like this handful of sand. If you hold them in a small glass, they poison everything. But if you widen your perspective, like the river, they dissolve. Your emotions are real, but you must choose the space in which to hold them. If your heart is small, everything feels unbearable. If your heart is wide, there is room for peace, even in the presence of pain." The young man was silent. For the first time, he understood controlling emotions is not about suppressing them, but about expanding the space between the emotion and your reaction. Moral of the story: to control your emotions, don't try to avoid or fight them. Instead, widen your perspective. When emotions come, pause, breathe, and allow yourself to respond from wisdom, not react from pain. You are not your anger. You are the space in which it arises, and in that space, you have power.